This is crazy. Because I keep being in the middle of the juiciness, and I'm just determined now at this point that somebody or something don't want me to do this talk. There's some kind of energy that's coming and that's trying to impact this. It's crazy. That means that it's a lot of energy with this full moon, y'all. And if y'all aren't already aware, it's full moon energy tonight. Um, and it's a time for us to go within, which is what this whole conversation was about for me. And the conversation that we were having tonight. So it's obvious that they don't want us to have this conversation. I keep on getting into the juicy part of my story and they keep on cutting me off, and I'm not understanding. And I'm about ready to divorce YouTube. I'm going to give a few more seconds. All right, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to get back into what we were talking about. Maybe the people will return. I don't know. So basically, I was just sharing my experience of the trauma compacting so much in my life that I didn't remember my whole entire 20s. Those whole stretch of years of my 20s, it's a blur. I have no idea what the heck happened in my life, what the heck I went through, how I even triumphed over that time, and the energy that I experienced during that time. And peace. I don't know what's going on, y'all. Like, I keep losing y'all. I have no idea what's happening. It just keeps telling me, "Oh, your connection is unstable. Hold on while we try reconnecting to everybody." And I'm like, "Yeah, the fact that I keep on losing them is about to go down tonight with healing. It's about to go down with this full moon energy. I don't know who don't want us to do this, but we doing this, baby. I'm here. I don't care. I'm gonna do it 15 times. I'm gonna start it over 15 times if I have to. But we're gonna get this done. And I'm gonna do to my 9 o'clock, and I'm gonna do my womb healing so they can kick rocks." All right. So anyway, back into what the heck I was saying. Basically, trauma can compile in our lives to the point where it creates physical ailments inside of the body, where we have issues healing our wounds. Before we know it, it turns into word. Before we know it, it turns into physical ailments. Before we know it, we're hospitalized. We have fibroids that are huge as grapefruit. We need hysterectomies. We need all these different issues. But the one good thing is we got a chance to be able to change all of that. We got a chance to be able to heal our wounds before it gets too late. And if you are a woman who has calcified fibroids and tumors and uterine and vaginal tumors, okay, cervical cancer, any of those kind of things, there is still hope. Do not give up hope, because really what your body is trying to tell you is, I'm so bogged down with the emotional and the mental and the physical stress and strain and trauma that I'm now beginning to show it on the physical side, right? And so that's why in naturopathy we don't call diseases. We call them dis-eases. It's about the energy that flows through the body, the chi, that energy that's flowing through the body, our life force energy becoming stagnated in a place because of a particular issue or a symptom or a illness that's going on. It becomes stagnated inside of our body somewhere. And in this situation, it's our wombs. If we have fibroids or cysts or cancer or any of those kind of things going on in the womb, it's a stagnation. It's a stagnation of the energy. So with yoni steaming, we're giving our bodies we're giving our minds, we're giving our womb specifically, we're giving our energetic field, we're giving our chakras a way to release, to let go, to unwind, and to heal. So tonight's energy and full moon manifestation with this candle meditation and this conversation is going to be centered all around cleansing our wombs of fibroids, of cysts, of tumors, of cancerous cells. If you did not see it on Tuesday's live, I talked a lot about the herbs that you can use to begin to shrink down fibroids, cysts, and other growths inside the wombs. If you take chaparral, if you take red clover blossoms, and if you take Paul Diarco herb, and you take the three of them together in equal quantities, you'll boil them up into tea. And I'm saying tea because you're going to boil them. I personally like to boil them into a large pot, and then I drink off of it for a week. Okay. If you are experiencing any issues, you want to get you some chaparral, you want to get you some red clover, and you want to get you some Paul Diarco. And actually, I'm going to write this here for any women who were not on the Tuesday live. And if you did not see it, go look at it, because we were doing a lot of talking about womb healing with herbs, and we were sharing some wisdom about herbs. But these are the things that we talk about in the class that's going to be held tomorrow. For shrinking masses in the womb. And when I say masses, I'm referring to everything that's going on there. Use Paul Diarco, red clover blossoms, and chaparral. Oops. Chaparral. Peace and blessings, herbs as a tea. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to really quick share the information for any sisters who are not able to make it onto the Tuesdays Rise and Grind session. But what I was just saying was that on tomorrow, when we have our yoni steaming and divine herbal connections course, and we talk about 5 herbs that are in the yoni steams, these are the things that we cover: how to be able to shrink down masses and cysts and issues in the womb, how to be able to use herbs to heal our full body temple, and to be able to release whatever trauma is inside of our bodies. And during this time, just to recap, we want to make sure that we are setting our intentions going into this space of womb healing and into this candle meditation, but we also want to make sure that we're focusing on those things that we want to release, and we're also focusing on the masses. Now, I have the fibroid and cyst shrinking tea, which is yoni steam, which is the yoni steam that we're discussing tonight. We're talking about how to release fibroids, cysts, tumors, issues of the womb from our womb through yoni steaming. How to get rid of that trauma that turned from energetic trauma to physical trauma and begin to manifest itself as a physical mass in our bodies. How the energy literally turns into a ball, and it compacts itself, and it grinds itself up, and it gets stuck in our wombs, into the walls of our wombs, and it stays there, and it holds on for dear life until we start to do something to heal it. And so that's why I'm such an avid advocate for womb healing, for yoni steaming, for womb massage. When you womb massage, before you yoni steam, after you yoni steam, during your yoni steam, you are literally loosening up the physical blockages as well as the energetic blockages that are in the womb. And we can't begin to try to heal fibroid, cysts, and tumors. We can't begin to try to get pregnant. We can't begin to try to deal with issues with our periods and make our periods peaceful. We can't begin to try to deal with yeast and BV until we start to heal our bodies and we start to heal our wombs on a massive level. All of these elements, I don't care whether they are physical or emotional, like anxiety and depression, all of these things is your body literally screaming out to you saying, I've had enough. Heal me. I've had enough. It's like screaming to you. If it does not, and I think I touched on this last time, if your body doesn't like, your yoni doesn't like the person that you're sleeping with, it's going to start foaming at the mouth, and it's going to look like a yeast infection. It's going to look like a BV. It's going to look like a foul odor that's going to come out of there. It's going to look like something that resembles, leave me the hell alone. It literally is your body's way of saying, don't come near me, putting up the cross of the fingers, telling you, your partner, I don't want to be bothered. It's going to look like your period coming down all of a sudden. Your period might not be due for 2-3 weeks. Cycle might not be due for 2-3 weeks. But all of a sudden, when this person come over your house, bam, here comes your cycle. Next thing you know, you bleeding like crazy, or you think you're hemorrhaging, or maybe even bleeds just a little bit, just enough for you to be uncomfortable to be intimate with anybody. And then when the idea passes and you no longer want to be intimate, bam, now all of a sudden your cycle go off. If that's happening to you, you got to ask yourself, well, hold up. What's going on? Why is my body all of a sudden, why is my period coming on all of a sudden out of nowhere, all of a sudden, bam, it comes on when I'm getting ready to be intimate with this person and it's not due? Why am I dealing with yeast infections and BV and foul odors and pain when I'm having sex